All right, crate clubbers, your favorite part of the month has arrived. I just got my major crate in the mail for April 2024. So let's pop open this tape and look inside this thing. What's up guys, Eric here with ATHOME in the Future, and I'm back with another Crate Club unboxing. We've got the major crate here. Really excited to take a look inside this thing. If you're unfamiliar with this subscription, pretty cool one. Kind of tactical gear, prepping gear, survival gear. Always a really interesting mix of stuff. Comes in a few different flavors. There's like a lieutenant box, there's going all the way up to the major crate, even a general box that comes once a quarter. We do the monthly major crate, which is the biggest monthly one you can get. If you want to check out the subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description. But let's take a look inside this thing. Unlike some of the other subs out there, rarely any spoilers for this, so I am curious to see what we got going on this month. Feels like we got some heavy stuff kind of floating around in there, so here we go. All right, let's see where our card is. We'll take a quick glance inside and we'll pull all this stuff out here. So there we go. We got a bunch of different items, a mean looking knife. We got, man, some really cool stuff to check out. So it just looks like we got 6 things this month. So I'm gonna pull it all out and we'll take a look through it. So there we go, check out all this stuff. We've even got a freaking axe in this thing. That looks like a pretty sturdy one too. I'm excited about that. As per usual, we'll just kind of go down the list here. So from Walkers, we have ProTech earplugs. Ages ago, I feel like we had some ear protection from Walkers, but this is just kind of an old-fashioned earplug setup. So let's open up our packaging here. We'll take a quick look at these things. All right, so we got a few extra tips and stuff as I'm opening up the package. But then you have some nice ears that you can just throw around your neck and pull up and pop in as need be. I actually haven't used the cone-shaped plugs before. They'll probably do all right though. Seem, yeah, pretty squishy. Kind of a memory foam thing that goes back to size and stuff. These are just old-fashioned earplugs, basically on a kind of a neck-based mount and everything. Probably not much more to talk about there besides the fact that they seem sturdy. Seem like they'd probably be pretty comfortable and fairly handy to have. So I think they take down about 25 decibels, is I think what I saw on the package over here. Yep, 25 decibels, so cool. So there you go. Maybe something you can use for all your chopping and stuff you'll be doing in this month's box. So let's keep on going. So we have the puck here. So we have a dual grit sharpener here, awfully handy for the axe that just came in the package. Let's take a look at this. So there we go. Pretty much exactly what it says in the box here. So made for lawnmower blades, machetes, hatchets, shovels, and everything else. So you got this sharpening stone here that obviously we did have this protective cover on this. You can just kind of go over and keep your stuff super sharp. You got 2 different grits on both sides, so pretty handy. And these tend to last a long time. I've got another one of these on my workbench right now, and I don't think I've ever had to replace it in like the 10 years I've owned it or anything, but pretty cool. And that'll bring us over to our, I'm guessing it's kind of our main item here, although we actually have some cool other items too. So from Prondy, we have a German style hatchet, high quality C45, 1045 carbon steel. It's 14.25 inches, 1.74 pounds, has a hickory handle, which has so much texture and grain to it, it almost looks like fake, almost like it's like a wrap or something. But this thing is awesome. Let's see if we can slide this off and take a quick peek at this blade, which is very sharp out of the box and everything. But man, what a beautiful hatchet. So we've had like CRKT hatchets and stuff in the past, I believe, but having kind of this old school style blade with, I feel like, new school style construction and everything. You've got a nice lanyard loop down here. We've got just a really beautiful looking head in this thing. I'm excited about that. So we live in the woods. We're constantly chopping up stuff for the fire pit, so this is exactly the kind of stuff I want to go out there and get some logs split and get some stuff ready to burn. So very cool. From Prondy. It feels like this is a quality hatchet too. I'm not all that familiar with the hatchet world in and of itself, but it's hard to look at this thing and not want to go chop some stuff up. So pretty excited about that. Speaking of blades, we have from CRKT the Grivery Provoke. So it's like a carambit, but with an interesting deploy system it looks like. So 4.7 ounces, 2.47 inch blade. It's got high carbon stainless steel. And it looks like it says kinematic technology. So some sort of unique opening system. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I feel like I may have seen these, not quite with this design. What material is this? Okay, so this is made from Grivery, which I think is like a fiber nylon material. It says it's thermoplastic. I wonder how you open this thing up. I'm gonna be really careful at first. Oh, it's pretty easy actually. Yeah, what a really interesting open and close system here. So you have that carambit style blade that you simply push forward to deploy, and then you just push up the little latch back here to pull it back in. That is fascinating. Let's see if we can open it up from this side. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how to open this thing up in practice. Okay, so you can push it forward there. And then you have that kind of karambit style grip, which typically those are used for like fighting and everything. And this thing, I'm not really sure what the ideal use case would be for that blade. It is kind of small. Once you actually look at the blade itself, it has a really cool dark stone wash finish. I know with a bunch of these too, you can kind of carry it this way. These can be pretty mean blades. But having like the compressible kind of expandable style opening system, to me it's really interesting from a fidgety standpoint. But as far as like real world use, I have a hard time thinking of like, where am I going to use this kind of crazy blade? I do dig it. It's hard not to keep messing with that mechanism. The color is really interesting. This Grivery material, it almost has like this metallic, almost like an aluminum thing. I don't think it's aluminum. They say it's like a thermoplastic. I don't know. It has a really interesting finish to it too. But this is kind of a fascinating blade. One of the most interesting blades I feel like we've ever seen in this sub. And it's hard not to keep messing with that open and close system there. Got a nice satisfying click. Okay, so that's the CRKT Grivery Provoke. Very interesting blade here this month. Next up, it looks like we have a power bank from Dark Energy. Makes some really nice kind of higher end power bank. I wonder if this is like a MagSafe or a battery or a magnetic back power bank here. I'm going to open this up. All right, so it looks like it is MagSafe compatible. It's 3,000 milliamp hours, which isn't a ton of juice. Probably enough to get you just about back from maybe like a 20% charge back to 100%. USB-C charging, it looks like. You got this nice pull tab here on the bottom. Yeah, there's your kind of MagSafe badging there on the back for that, I guess. Okay, so you push this here. It feels like, was there two separate buttons? You do have like a power level display there. I'm not really sure what the two different sets of buttons were, but basically take this and pop it on the back of your phone, which I think these types of batteries are super, super helpful instead of having to also fuss with the cable to get things charged. But there is your USB-C port, which I'm guessing that's not only useful for charging this, but you could probably, if you want to, still use wired charging with that. But very handy. If you haven't had a magnetic battery pack and your phone supports this sort of thing, you'll definitely like this thing. This thing's also super, super light. So Dark Energy makes really high impacts and stuff. So I'm going to mess around with that thing some more. So very cool. And last but not least, from my favorite medical supply brand here, My Medic, we have the Scrape Med Pack, which is a kit of theirs I don't think I've seen. So let's see, we've got gauze roll, gauze pad, non-adherent pad, antiseptic towelettes, hand wipes, triple antibiotic. We've got a big bandage roll, we've got a pair of gloves, we've got super wash. Let's take a little peek inside of this. All right, so just a boo-boo kit, basically. So from having that axe, probably a good idea to have this stuff, all this gauze. It does say we got like, yeah, we got a full-on like super wash thing in there. Let's see if we got anything else. The super wash looks like it's dripping a little bit too, but My Medic stuff I'm a big fan of, and it's always good to have not just band-aids in your first aid kits and everything, but the ability if somebody's like legit bleeding, or you got, you know, you're messing around with your axe here and you got more than just like a cut, you got a pretty good scrape. This is the kind of stuff you want to pop on your way to the ER to get somebody smarter than you to look at you. So good to have this stuff. So there we go. That is this month's Crate Club Major Crate. Crazy knife there, karambit style. Really unique opening mechanism there. We've got our axe here, we've got this Scrape Med Pack, we've got some hearing protection, we've got the puck over here to sharpen up your axe and everything else, and then we've got this really cool battery bank. So again, if you want to get the subscription for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself some money. A really cool group of gear to keep you prepped and ready to go. All right, and that's about it for this month's unboxing. As always, if you dug this video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. See you guys next time.